Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. And as the Call of Duty League come up with a nice happy holidays message over these last couple of days, the pro players involved in the message itself were not too kind to the words they had to be putting out. Maniak especially, and some of the other pros on the timeline roasting the CDL teams for their own happy holidays video. Very much intrigued to get your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting a like button is the best thing you can do to help this channel reach new people. And please consider subscribing as well if you have not yet already. Firstly, this will exceed. Big topic really this to just start off things with, because well, HCS Raleigh, after that event a load of people got COVID, no real surprise there. The land flu has always been a thing where to go to this event, all these people from all over the world, they come in and you're probably going to get ill after the event. Now of course nowadays it turns out that's probably more likely than not to be some sort of COVID infection. Now still, does that mean that well, the events that we're going to have this season are not going to be in the best spots, especially open bracket lands and stuff like that? Like, I don't really think Halo's going to try and go away from this. Open brackets are certainly the way to go. If they can make it work, whatever state they have to go to, I'm sure they're going to do their best to make it work. But there are some questions right now, because of course Morks is over there in the Halo side, but Exceed is still here in the Call of Duty divisions, and well, he's thinking about, okay, this pro amateur tournament for this upcoming year. I don't believe it was said anywhere specifically that this pro am tournament, if you guys aren't familiar, all 12 pro teams are going to play against the 4 best amateur teams in the world at a kind of mid-season showdown type tournament, where there is going to be a winner at the end of the day. I think they're going to do 4 groups, the 3 teams, plus 1 team, the best of North America, the best of Latin America, the best of the European region, and also the APAC region as well. The best team from all 4 regions, like, well, gets to join the other pro teams in a pool, and then they play like a pro-am type tournament to see who wins the entire thing. Now, I don't believe it was specifically said anywhere that's going to be done on LAN, but still, there isn't really any reason why it shouldn't be, but still, this could be an additional concern really for some of the pros, and especially some of the amateur guys, because I think a lot of players down in that side think, okay, look, I might be a pretty damn good LAN player, but people might not see it online, especially if there's no open amateur LAN tournaments really anymore, especially in the Call of Duty side, because if the CDL don't want to put them on because of these issues, or whether they just don't want to put them on regardless, or you know, make formats that actually work to that benefit. But still, I think some steps in the right direction this year. We'll see on that front. I think the Halo are going to continue to try and do their best, but it's still not an ideal situation, I'm sure, that we find ourselves in right now after all this time. This also, given we were talking about Halo, I thought I'd just mention this, because this really does throw back to the memories to the good old days. This graphic right here, the top 5 players of the week. They used to be the MLG top 5 players in the Call of Duty side that Puckett used to host, and of course before that it was Halo as well, but now, you know, we get this in the Halo side. It just kind of you know, makes me sad in a way, right, because this is such a good time really in Call of Duty history, where Puckett and co would do the top 5 players of the week, and I mean, yeah, this is a particularly nice one as well here. I mean, there's just some great stuff here really in the Halo side, but you know, just where Call of Duty is now and the way things are being run from that side of things compared to the kind of well, let's just say like grassroots, it feels like, perspective that Halo still has, is pretty cool to see. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes time actually as well, but yeah, Puckett and co back involved in the Halo side. It's good for esports, and well, hopefully it'll give some benefit to the Call of Duty League, at least if they look at some of this stuff and think, okay, maybe how could we integrate this going forwards. This also, right, because it's not just the Call of Duty League, and it's not necessarily the Call of Duty League that's out of touch too much, because I'm sure some of those guys are trying to make good decisions. They're probably trying to deal with what they've got given from above, but you know, guys like Crimsix have kind of said recently, a lot of the guys involved, they've got no idea what they're doing, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. But especially like, you know, even Raven Software, right, there was a lot of talk really from the Warzone creators, because for whatever reason, for their like kind of happy holidays type thing that they do, with Krampus still running around the games, which is just absurd. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. There's also this, where you know, airstrikes were halved and UAV costs were doubled. Like, no one really wanted this to happen. You can see the replies right here. They're almost getting ratioed in terms of well, likes compared to comments, which is never a good thing to look if these two are relatively similar. And well, as Kaylee says right here, you guys are so disconnected with your community, it's actually sad, right? So it seems like this is the case all across the board, and some people have said, look, if Warzone kind of goes down the pan, then is that actually a good thing for competitive Call of Duty, because maybe they give more support to it? I don't even know anymore what's good or bad for competitive, because, you know, theoretically Warzone being good should be a good thing. It should bring in new players, but if it brings the attention away, then who knows what happens there. Like, you know, they're just going to do what they're going to do. We have to just sit back here and, I suppose, just deal with what we are given at the end of the day. And well, this is what the Call of Duty League come out with yesterday. They come out with a happy holidays for the CDL. We come with a nice little musical treat, so you can actually see Maven and Merc in this video. As we discussed yesterday, maybe a good sign, right, that these guys are going to be making the return for the upcoming season, but pretty much all the pro players involved in this one. But well, one thing you may well notice at the start of this video was Maniak having to, well, say some interesting words that maybe he does not necessarily fully agree with, right? So I guess I'll share a bit of this for you guys on screen, and then we shall discuss the specific moment at hand.
'Twas the holiday season,
and all through the league,
Players ran Call of Duty Vanguard with Glee.
Their weapons and loadouts were set up with care,
in the hopes that new players soon would be there.
Our servers filled up with holiday recruits.
The old guard readied, they're hard ground for loot.
M1 Garands, Itra Burst, launchers and Owen guns.
war machines, attack dogs, spy planes, and bombing runs.
So many weapons, attachments, and gear.
All buzzing to play with the holidays here.
Players ran Call of Duty Vanguard with Glee.
So this is just hilarious, to be honest. So as Simp points out, Major Maniak, blink twice if you got a gun on you, I'll get you out, my boy. Run around Vanguard with Glee, right? So, I mean, look at this guy's face right here. Players ran Call of Duty Vanguard with Glee. And, I mean, as you can see, like, I mean, look at this guy. He just looks like he's being held at gunpoint. He does not look like he wants to actually say this line. Or he looks like if he's actually have to say this line, which he does have to say this line, because I guess they've said, like, unlucky Major Maniac, you're the one who has to say this particular line of whatever song we're trying to put together here. Like, he's going to be like, okay, look, I'm not going to look happy. I'm not going to try and pretend to actually believe this. I'm just going to say it to make it very clear to everyone that, you know, this is not my opinion on the state of the game right now. So I thought it was as great, really, because, well, Major Maniac's obviously, like, I mean, look at it, the way his head drops at the end there. He's like, you know, no way is this actually what I've got to say. But, I mean, still, the pros obviously don't agree with it, right, given the state of, well, the state of Vanguard. We know that especially some of the FaZe guys, they aren't particularly happy with this game in its current state. Maybe changes will be made to make the game somewhat better, but generally, the game we're playing now is probably the game we're going to be playing for the entirety of the year. I mean, well, the game the pros are playing. I'm not playing it, certainly not a good idea. But, well, you know, this is what Simp has to say, and there was also some replies to this I thought was kind of good. So, this is what Major Maniac says in the reply. Not a single one of us running around with Glee, bro. Like, you know, just straight up. I don't know if he's going to, you know, try to catch a fine for this or something, but I just thought it was funny, the fact that they got all the pro players to get involved in this video, and then, you know, Major Maniac and Simp and these guys just taking the mick, frankly, about what the CDL made them say. With why did the CDL even put that line in there, right? They know that, surely they know what's going on here, what the pros think about this. Maybe they were intending for something like this to happen. I don't even know what they were thinking. But, you know, a lot of the pros coming back at this as well, having a good time about it, because, well, understandably so, like Envoy, for example, into Major Maniac right here. This one as well from Slasher saying a very similar thing. So, you know, understandable why the pros are kind of having a laugh about this one. But, I mean, still, good to see some of these pro players involved. I think a lot of the newer, up-and-coming younger guys got involved in this one. I mean, honestly, his face does crack me up right here. But, you know, Standy, Gizmo, these guys at Zero, like, guys that, well, might not be too well known in the scene, at least in terms of their personalities. That, to me, is kind of a big one. Like, the league has to do what they can. The organizations themselves as well, to help promote some of these younger personalities. Because I think, you know, guys like Standy, guys like Drazah especially, have some really great personalities that could carry the league in future seasons. And they are more than likely going to have to when some of the bigger names go on to retire, which, you know, they will at some point or another, right? Hopefully not very soon, but it will happen at some point. So, you know, they definitely have to think about that, the league, and also the organizations themselves. But, you know, good stuff from all involved, I suppose, especially some of the pro players that have replied to Major Maniac, right here, you know, throwing off negativity. Simp and Maniac having a good time about this one. Strange stuff, but pretty entertaining, it must be said, regardless. This I also wanted to mention in terms of Halo stuff, just because I thought it was pretty interesting. aBeZy puts together, and we're kind of wondering right now at breaking points, what do we do in terms of Halo stuff and that going forwards? But it is interesting to me, because I've been kind of thinking about, right, I've got to start this, well, I at least plan to start a kind of Halo news channel at some point or another, because I think for now I'm going to do like the hybrid situation that we're kind of doing right now on this channel, talking about some Halo stuff, some Call of Duty stuff, until the season kicks off and Call of Duty steps into another gear, and then Halo probably needs to find its way on its own channel. But, you know, the way I do the research and stuff for these Call of Duty videos, I go through Twitter, I go through Reddit, go through all the different pros' Twitters that tend to be quite interesting, and I've tried to do a similar thing for Halo, and I just can't quite find enough interesting stuff in the Halo side as there is in Call of Duty. More than likely, it's because I'm not quite as well attuned to the Halo stuff quite as of yet, but I'm definitely going to keep trying to get into it over the coming days, to the point where I can, well, hopefully make one, even if it's a short video every single day, into the new year on the new Halo channel. Now, when they'll start that, I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll start it when the CDL season starts as well, when things are starting to get ready for the HCS Anaheim event or whatever. But, you know, I'll just do my best on that front, to be honest. But I think most people who are interested in competitive Call of Duty right now at least have one eye on what's going on in the Halo side, right? So definitely, well, gonna keep an eye on that one for sure. But, well, some nice stats here from aBeZy, as is tradition at this point. Also, you can kind of tell, like, the way the Call of Duty season is going. When Lion Man and stuff, he started to make the Valorant cards, he started to make the HCS Riley OpTic cards as well, and, well, just generally Lion Man cards from these events. I thought these was kind of nice. Definitely some changes I'm sure could be made to these over time. The pictures aren't always ideal in other esports, because it's not so easy to get hold of the headshots as you can in the Call of Duty League for actually what the players, like, well, the actual player headshots, as they take the official ones, not so easy to get hold with elsewhere. So, especially like with some of the, well, the lack of maybe media days and stuff like this that other esports are going through. But I thought this was kind of nice regardless. Lucid and Tribby leading the way for the OpTic Gaming guys. No real surprise there. There's been some talk here as well, like obviously Lucid and Tribby relatively new to the Halo scene in general. I mean, look at the championships that Pistola and aBeZy have won over their career. And yeah, definitely a lot of talk right now. Where's Formal going to go? Like, is he going to step back into FaZe as he was on for a little bit when Snipedown wasn't there? Like, could he replace someone there? It's tough to say. But, you know, I think that's one of the big discussions really going into the start of the new year as to where Formal's going to find himself in terms of a roster. He tends to be pretty damn good at team hopping. And, well, I'm sure he hopefully is going to find himself back on a decent team. But very much intrigued to get your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit in a like button. Tell us, YouTube gods, this is a good video. Others like you should see it as well. And I hope grow the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always. Take care. And I will see you next time.
Players ran Call of Duty Vanguard with glee.
12 seconds left to force a game number 5, but will that team kill be costly enough to send them home here in cup number 2? At least right now it doesn't look like it. As Spark pushes forward, the streak will come in from the top as well. You've broken in towards the point, but here come the stuns. They want to break back, and they've got so much time to be able to do so. Both teams able to win off the hard point right now. Path to Pro just trying to keep 18 and cracked out the front door. Spartan Assault, they're trying to push up the map now, over towards the tree. The first one out. Yee, some beautiful shots there, won't be able to fall. Classic now pushing up. Mohawk and Yee's pair for 2. The trades come in, it's a 2v2 at the point. Spark looks around the left side, we'll be able to find one. Here comes the second, he finds the kill as well. I don't know if they'll be able to find the final tick here on the point. It might have to be a rotation. Who will win the rotation towards the next point? It's already Yee's who's set up in there. A 40 bomb from Spark, 4 in a row. A couple of shots come through, 18 and crack trying to rotate, but they're not going to be there in time. The first kill goes to Exceed though. Mohawk's there, Mohawk will find one, Mohawk will find 2. Get enough, yes it is! The comeback from Path to Pro. They'll take cup number 2, and the trio from championship last year will be atop North America once again.